Hey, it's Clay from Wicked Edge, and I'm going to make this video today about the Wicked Edge Go to answer a question that we've been getting a lot of lately as people are waiting for their orders. Everybody wants to know if the 200 and 600 grit stones that come with the sharpener are going to be good enough to do everything you need in sharpening your knives. So today I'm addressing just the coarse side, the 200 grit, and I've got a knife chucked up here in the vise, and hopefully you can see it in the detail here. It's got some pretty bad chunks taken out of it. The first one here in the front, that thing measures about 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch. So that's a huge chunk on this. It's called a Japanese Petty. That's kind of like a paring knife with very hard steel. And I'm going to show a technique using the 200 grit stone just to demonstrate how effective it really is at repairing damage or reshaping the bevels of a knife, which is what you want, of course, stone for. So I've colored it in with black marker, and the marker shows the line of the new edge that I'm going to have to remove all of that metal to create that new edge there. So the first thing I'm going to do is take it on out of the clamp here. Just going to loosen it up and take it out, and then it's a pretty simple technique. What I'm going to do is just take the knife and hold it straight down on the stone like this and move it back and forth. And I'm going to repeat this until the chip is gone and all the markers are removed and I've got a nice straight line from here to the front. Alright, so this will take a little while. It's not a fast process, but it's definitely effective. Okay, I haven't been at it long, but I've already made some pretty good progress. I've got a flat spot all across the top here, and this chip is shrinking. It's not going fast, but it is working. And my flat spot here is getting bigger, and the chip is shrinking away, although it is going to take me a while to get this done. Okay, so I did turn the camera off just to not make you sit through a super long video, and I had it off for about 3 minutes while I just ground away on this, and I learned a little something while the camera was off, which was that if I, instead of going straight up and down the stone, if I turn the knife a little bit like this as I go back and forth, I'm actually a lot more efficient. I can remove a lot more metal. So I'm almost there. You can see I've getting my hands filthy with a lot of metal filings here, but the chip is almost all the way out now, which is pretty impressive. So I'm really pleased with how this is working. And try and clean this off a little bit. And hold this up to the camera, you can maybe see there's almost no chip left. Most of the marker's gone. So I'm just about ready to put this thing in the vise and actually start rebuilding the edge itself. I'll go just a little bit further to save myself some time on that stage. Okay, it might be a little bit early here, but I'm going to go ahead and mount this thing up in the vise and start that sharpening process. So use the included Allen key and clamp it in here. I had it pushed pretty far forward before so you can see it well in the camera, and then really lock it in at the bottom setting here. Okay, so that's snug, and I've got this set at 15 degrees per side because it's a white steel Japanese knife, so it's very hard steel, around 62 Rockwell, and it can take a very fine edge. And now I'll just slide these same 200 grit stones on, and I'll just start to work here at the front of the knife, recreating the bevels so that we actually can have a sharp knife again. Hopefully it's visible in the camera that's zoomed pretty far in. All the little chips are already gone, and there's just that one remnant of a chip here, and I think by the time that I've brought the bevels all the way to the edge, the chip itself will be gone. Now this is your first sharpener from Wicked Edge, I'm assuming, the Wicked Edge Go, and you've got it on pre-order. So a couple things to note. For safety, just keep your fingers tucked in and always pay attention to what you're doing. Don't leave a knife unattended in the vise because it's sharp and it could hurt people if they're not paying attention. And always just watch what you're doing. Knives are sharp, they can cut you, so watch what you're doing. Okay, so looking straight down on the knife, I can still see at the tip that there's a flat spot, which means my bevels don't come all the way to a point. That's where I've still been grinding, so I've got to continue to shape it until my bevels come to that point and it'll be truly sharp. But I'm already starting to get there back in this section, so progress is going fast, and I'm really pleased with the way this is working out. And this is taking a little bit of a time, so in a minute you're probably going to see that I just fast forward through all this stuff to not make you sit through a super long video. But I can say that we are about 9 minutes on in the actual process, and we've gone from having a series of chips, the biggest of which measured 1/8 of an inch wide by 1/8 of an inch deep, to no chips, and now we're just restoring the bevels. So that's not bad for the core set of stones that come with this machine. And I should also note that these stones are pretty well broken in. They're not brand new like they're going to be when you get them. So when you first start sharpening with your 200 grit stones, they're going to remove metal even quicker than what I'm able to do with these more broken in stones. And I'm almost to the edge. In fact, I've drawn a burr, which is a good indication that I'm reaching the edge, along most of the knife except for right here at the very tip. So I'm just going to keep at it until that's done, and then I'll be very confident that I've recreated my bevels and fixed all the damage with the 200 grit stones that come in the Wicked Edge Go. Okay, and that looks like it's just about got it. I'm hopeful that in the camera that's a little bit more zoomed in to my right, we should be able to see now that all the chips are gone and the bevel is restored. And of course I'd want to progress through the grits and clean this up and get it to a level of refinement that is how I like my kitchen knives to be. But even as it is now, it looks like it'll cut great, and I'm really pleased with the results. So there you have it, 200 grit stones, repairing a very hard 62 Rockwell Japanese steel, taking out a 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch deep chip all along the edge, plus a couple other chips, and removed a pretty significant amount of metal. So your 200 grit stones really will work for you. And then the 600 grit stones, we'll do another video in a week or so about how those perform and what kind of edge you can expect to get with those 600 grit stones. So thanks again for your patience. We're really excited about the Wicked Edge Go, and we know you're going to love it. All right, stay tuned.